What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you some more Yu-Gi-Oh content. So let us swing on in. So today is the last chance that we have to gain Super League points at our store. So we're hoping to end it with a top. We were able to top last time with Rescuers, placing 6 out of 20. Prize went up top 8, so we were able to take it. Tonight we're hoping to go even higher and place in the top 3. Depending on how many people show up, it might be top 4, might be top 8, but we don't know. Today we are going to go in with Maliss because I figured might as well end the year on a bang. And we're going to end with the deck that I have been most excited to play for the year. We finally got the last card in the mail, so we've got it ready. So let me show you the deck profile that we've come up with, and then we'll head to locals to see how we do. So the nice thing about playing a Cybers deck is all the support that Cyber strategies have. So to kick things off, we'll start off with the Maliss lineup. We are playing 3 copies of Maliss White Rabbit, 3 copies of Maliss P Dormouse, and 2 copies of P Chessy Cat. To round out the rest of the deck of Maliss Engine, we are playing 3 copies of Maliss Underground with 1 MTP07, 1 TB11, and 1 GWC06. So I think until we get further support, this is going to be like the main basis of Maliss, where you're just playing this ratio of cards. I have seen people play 1 Chessy Cat, 3 Chessy Cat, 2. I'm opting to play 2 because I just want the consistency of names, so that way we're always able to see them when we need them. And then, like I said, the great thing of playing a Cybers deck is all the Cyber support. So we are playing 3 copies of Cynet Mining, 1 copy of Dotscaper, 1 copy of Coda Soul, and then 3 copies of Parallel Exceed. So I think Parallel Exceed is like a really good card for this deck, just because it acts as an extender, and then if we do get nibbed, it can play through nib, which is also really great. Dotscaper is part of the combo, and Coda Soul is just an interesting free body as well. It can be sent off of Terahertz to be able to like link someone on your opponent's turn if you need to, which is also really cool. But yeah, I think for now these are like the extenders that I'm choosing to play. I did think about Backup Secretary, the Balancer Lord. There was another one that I had also thought of, the microcoder stuff, but I figured Coda Soul would probably be the best. Also, it's one that's shiny. So we are going to go with that. And then Cynet Mining, again, is just a really, really good searcher for any Cybers deck. And then we are playing a Bestial package. It is very small, just 3 Bestial names, 1 Magnamut, 1 Druisworm, 1 Baldrake. Mag is just really good to get into the other 2. Druisworm, of course, when it's sent to the graveyard from the field, you're able to send a card. And then Baldrake lets you stop summons, which is also really good. Being able to tribute another light or dark that you control, target a special summon monster, banish it. So I mean, it's really good spot removal when you need it. And then we do have some other 2/1 card combos for the deck, a Terraforming and a Gold Sark. Gold Sark really just gets you into combo, and then Terraforming again gets you into your Maliss and Underground, which also gets you full combo, which is really cool. And then the rest of the deck is just non-engine extenders. We are playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, just because Ash is just a good generic hand trap this format, with 3 copies of Effect Veiler for effect negations. Droll and Lockbird I think is going to be a really interesting one to play in this format. Most people may opt to not play it, but I like how it's playing at my locals currently. And then 3 copies of Infirm, with the last copy being a Call by the Grave for a 40 card deck. Moving on to the extra deck, this is just going to be a real standard Maliss extra deck, I think. We're playing 1 copy of Cybers to Save Worm with 1 copy of Mirio Logic Aggregator. Both are just really good to send off Terahertz. And then 1 Link Decoder, 1 Link Rebo, and 1 Link Spider for our Link 1s. These ones are just the best, in my opinion. You could drop the Lingaribo to play a second Link Decoder if you wanted to, but I like the Lingaribo, just being able to another free body, and it prevents, plays around Imperm and such. Then for Link 2s, we're playing 1 G-Golem Crystal Heart, 1 Haggard Lizardos, and 1 Splash Mage. So far in testing, the G-Golem has never come up, so I may consider dropping it later down the line playing it. Along with the next card for our Link 3 is Transcode Talker. That's one that I'm contemplating dropping. It just hasn't come up. at least yet. But I haven't played the deck in real life, so we'll see how it does tonight, and then I'll decide from there. Then we're playing the Maliss stuff, so 1 Q Hearts Cryptor, 1 Q Red Ransom, and 1 Q White Binder. These are very important to play. Like, you can't play without them. You could play without the without the Q Hearts Cryptor, but you do need White Binder and Red Ransom. They're like absolutely mandatory. And then we followed up for a couple Link 4s with Access Code Talker and our Fireball Dragon. Fireball is really crucial to it to be able to get stuff back into your hand. And then the last card being our Dark Fluid Neo Tempest Terahertz. The card of the absolute strategy that's just really great at being able to send any of your cyber stuff to graveyard, which gets you more resources, more grinding, or just more negates if you need them. And then, negate any effects in the battle phase, which is really cool. Negate any monster effects. So not just any effect, sorry, monster effects. So that is our Link lineup. Let me get these out of the way so I can show you my side. The side is really prepped for Ryziel. So we only have 1 card for the mirror, and that is Artifact Lancia. And then, as I was considering it, Ultimate Slayer also does wonders in the mirror, because you just Ultimate Slayer any one of your Link monsters that you don't plan on using away to just get rid of their Terahertz, and they're left on just the White Binder with the GWC. So you really put them on you better have it situation, which is really good. Next, so Book of Eclipse is going to work for most matchups, which is going to be great. So Book of Eclipse Ultimate Slayer again for that Ryziel matchup, with 3 copies of Thrust, and then our targets for Thrust, we got a D-Barrier, Different Dimension Ground, and a Mischief for the Gnomes. Mischief for the Gnomes is going to be really good against Ryziel, just being able to level modulate their stuff, so that way they can't really go into their rank 4s, which they do get locked into. But yeah, I am so excited to play this deck and just to see how it'll perform. So let's head to locals and see if we can top with Maliss for our last rodeo. What is going on, you guys? Here we are at Duke City Games for our last locals of the year. And we go in playing Maliss. Round 1, we're playing Runic White Forest. So probably a Runic Forest Nightmares playing against a deck that benefits off of having their cards banished face up. Game 1, we go first. We set up our full board, but we forgot to activate White Binder to set GWC. But in the end, we were able to control the tempo, and we were able to take it in game 1. Game 2, he opts to go first. We droll him, stopping him from being able to add after he goes into the adds Fountain. Droll him, he can't go into any of the White Forest stuff, so he passes turn to me. And we just proceed into comboing, and just eventually, once we added the Maliss and Underground, he does droll me. We go to a summon 5 or maybe even more off of Red Ransom, and he nibs me. Thankfully, we hadn't used our normal summon yet. We were drolled, so we couldn't use the Signet Mining we had in hand, but we hadn't had our normal summon, and we did have a card we could normal summon. We go into Link Spider, normal, go into the G-Golem Crystal Heart. G-Golem Crystal Heart brought back the Link Spider. There was something else in that combo that let me into White Binder. White Binder was able to recycle. Yeah, there's something I'm missing and I don't. Oh, it was we banished the Chessie Cat. Since we hadn't banished Chessie yet, we were able to banish the Chessie with the Underground that we had, summon the Chessie back, and then we were able, and we were able to go full combo, go to an Access Code, White Binder, we banished the White Binder, and since we had activated Dormouse in the turn, our Malices had gained 600, so Dormouse was giving our White Binder a lofty 29, which we were able to swing 53, 29 for game. So we were able to take it in game 2. We got 4 rounds tonight, so 3 rounds to go. There is 11 minutes still left in time. We can do some watching. Oh man. So I have this recording for round 2, 3, and then the last round of 4. So I don't know if I got any recordings on the glasses, but we'll start out. Round 2, we play against Ryziel. Game 1, we go first, right? No, he went first. Yeah, he went first, and he was playing on. I had all the interrupts for him. He passed to me. We just blew through his entire interrupts. He nibbed. We played through the nib. OTK. Game 2, he goes first again. We sighted the Ore Breakers, the Ultimate Slayer, Book of Eclipse, so that way we could just see those to break his and like hopefully OTK. We were able to break it a bit, but he had the Fiendsmith engine to help him not die and put me in a tough spot, so he was able to take game 2. Game 3, we went first. We didn't open the best hand, but we did open Thrust into D Barrier, so we were able to do that, and Mischief of the Gnomes too. So we were able to just control the tempo again, and then OTK'd him on my turn, on the clapback. We played through all the hand traps that he had to, which was nice, so we were able to control it. Game 3, round 3, we play against Whitewoods. So game 1, we just establish our board and we just take it. Game 2, we tried to break through his board, but we weren't able to break through it as best as we could. And it was just a grind fest for the two of us, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We go to game 3, side, didn't realize what time was. I normal go Dormouse, banish white effect. Time was called, and he Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood, so he gained while I lost, and we take the L in round 3. We go to round 4, where we play against the Banish Pile deck, and if he shifted me, we were okay. We were able to establish our board game 1, and we were able to just control the tempo on his turn, and we were able to take it. Game 2, he Lancey'd me. We thankfully had MTP-07 and White Rabbit, or we had White Rabbit. We were able to set the MTP-07 so we could play on his turn. We had a Bestial Baldrake. We went into Link River just in case he had an Evenly, and we passed it there. We had some hand traps like Valor, Ash, Droll. So we were, or no, we didn't have the Valor. That's right. So we were able to control it there. We Bestial Baldraked our White Rabbit. White Rabbit set one of our traps, and then we were able to Baldrake on his summon to get rid of his Hope Harbinger. And he passed it to me since he couldn't attack. And then we just OTK'd him straight through. We were able to banish his board and just attack, attack, and attack. So we were able to take round 4 in a game 2. So overall, 3-1 tonight with Maliss as its first run through. I love the deck. It was super great. We didn't play in any mirror, as there was 1, 2, 3 other Maliss players tonight. So we were expecting to play at least one of them, and we never did. Had we won the last round, we would have played in the mirror for round 4, but we didn't. So it is what it is. But we got 2 undefeateds right now, so we'll see where we place in standings, and then I'll get back to you on that.
All right, so final standings, and here they are. We take 3rd place. So honestly, not too bad. I was determining on the final round, depending on how things go, we could have been 4th or 3rd. So I'm glad we ended up being 3rd. But it was crazy to see. We had 4 Maliss players out of the 14 people that were here tonight. Didn't play in the mirror, and 3 of the 4 were in top 4. 1st place, 3rd, and 4th were all Maliss players. So that's it for this local diaries, everyone. I'm glad that you were here on my journey as we ended the year placing 3rd place for my last local diaries of the year. Doesn't mean we're not going to stop posting content as we go on vacation. We'll try and post as much as we can, but if I don't, happy holidays, and we'll catch you on the next one.